Is paper clutter a dirty little secret in your home? Are you like the little old lady who lives in the shoe? You have so much paper you don't know what to do? Then keep watching, because in this video I'm going to give you 5 tips you're going to hear from the experts on how to handle the paper problem. Tip number 1 is to go digital, and that tip comes from Jill Green. According to Jill Green, from a workflow perspective, all those little sticky notes that you've got tacked up all over your office, on your computer, on your bulletin board, in your notebook, and in various places eventually become unstuck. And sooner or later, you're scrambling around looking for that note that you know you wrote and you stuck it somewhere, but you can't find it. So not only is time lost, but you've added to the visual clutter, the visual paper clutter in your home with all those tacky little notes. She suggests you use your smartphone to store that information. Most smartphones have a Notes app, a Task app, a reminder, some kind of feature that you can enter all those little dates and reminders in your phone and not have those little notes stuck up all over your house. I've adopted this practice particularly with appointments, with video ideas, with travel information. The important information that I need to keep track of, I put it in my phone. I've got several lists in my cell phone, and my cell phone is almost always with me so I can access that information easily. And I'm not stressing because I've left a notebook somewhere, or that sticky note that I know I had is nowhere to be found. Tip number 2 comes from Natalie Bennett, and she says to go paperless. At one point in her life, paper clutter was a source of anxiety, but she figured out how to handle that problem. Now you might think that going paperless is the same thing as going digital, and well, it might be a form of that, but what we're talking about here are those monthly bank statements, those monthly utility bills. You know, they come in the mail from the companies every month. Those appointment cards you're getting at the doctor's offices, the coupons, the flyers, all those typical things that end up on the kitchen counter. That's what I'm talking about right here. And you can go paperless with those items. It eliminates a lot of that paper. It cuts down on what paper comes into your home and what paper stays in your house. Natalie says she doesn't even look at the coupons and flyers that come in her mail. They just go right into the trash. The grocery store coupons and other things that she chooses to purchase, she says for the most part, she can find a coupon for those things online. I shop at Kroger, and they send out digital coupons, and I will admit I've not done a good job of taking advantage of those. But once I started ordering my groceries online, I had to learn how to load those coupons, those digital coupons, on my Kroger Plus card. So now, even if I go into the store, I can find those digital coupons on my Kroger Plus card. And I'm not trying to keep up with an envelope full of paper coupons. The other thing I try to do is sort through the mail as it comes in the house. I try to pitch those flyers, those circulars, those paper coupons as soon as I get in the house. I don't let them make it to my kitchen counter. This is probably a good time to say that this video is part of the Mega Motivation 2022 collaboration hosted by myself, This and That with Denise Jordan and Robyn at the Minimalist Home. We've asked quite a few influencers, YouTube creators, to join us in bringing to you information on how to handle the paper clutter or to get ready for taxes. You'll find their videos linked in a playlist in the description box below, so be sure to check them out. And this video is brought to you by Apron Diva. Pretty and practical, we believe that an apron can be a homemaker's best accessory. Visit us at www.aprondiva.com. Tip number 3 comes from Fly Lady Cat, and her YouTube channel is A Better Life with Cat. I will link her information in the description box below as well. She says to handle 1 inch of paper clutter a day. Just 1 inch. However, there are a few steps to her process. Step number 1 is to gather all of the paper in your home into one place. Just collect it all, no matter what it is, magazines, bills, flyers, whatever. Bring all that paper clutter together and put it in a stack. You can gather it in a basket, you can gather it in a box, but you want to stack it up in a pile. And then you're going to measure that stack because you want to know how tall is that pile. And it can vary from a few inches to several feet. In step 2, as part of your daily routine, you will work on 1 inch of paper a day. And the work is sorting it into piles. You're going to have a throwaway pile and an action pile. The things that need to be thrown away, you're going to throw away. The things that you need to take action on, you're going to put into an inbox or a folder. But keep it in mind, you're only working with 1 inch. That action pile is not going to be too much. And then on your plan day, which for me is Wednesday, since I follow the Fly Lady cleaning system, you're going to take action on those action items. That's step 3. And that includes paying the bills, filing what needs to be filed, or shredding those things that might need to be shredded. The important thing is to remember that you're only working on what's in the inbox. That small stack is not overwhelming and it's manageable. If you do this 6 days a week, you will handle 6 inches of paper clutter a week, and in a month you will have handled 24 inches of paper clutter. So that paper pile will begin to disappear faster than you think. Tip number 4 comes from Dawn at the Minimal Mom, and she says to sort the mail as soon as it comes into the house. Throw those flyers, those coupons, those offers, things that you know you're not interested in, into the trash right away. That way you don't add to the paper clutter in your house. And here's something else that Dawn says, and it has to do with stacks or piles, and it kind of harkens a little bit to what Fly Lady Cat says, and it's this. She says what she's learned about paper clutter is that it's those old piles, those big stacks that become scary because they're so tall, they're so big, and you don't know what's in them. But when you have a small pile, like 1 inch, it's more manageable, so it's not scary. So whereas those big piles can be overwhelming, those little piles are manageable. So what's Dawn's secret? She has a series of file boxes, or I should say file folders, that she keeps in her Sunday basket. And I'll talk more about that Sunday basket in just a minute. So what's her secret? Mail coming into the house is immediately separated into 4 categories. Category number 1 is trash, which is either discarded, recycled, or shredded. There are things like coupons, marketing flyers, various offers. They go right into the trash or into the shredder if they have personal information on them. Category number 2 is a to-do or action pile. If she can take care of it right away, say in less than 3 minutes, she'll take care of it right then. If it's going to take longer than that, then it goes in the to-do folder. If it's something that needs to be filed, then she puts it in a folder for filing. These are not documents that you need right now, but you need them when you need them. These are things like contracts and tax information, stuff that, like I said, you may not need it right now, but you need it when you need it. One of the things that she suggests when you're creating your filing system also is that you file broadly and not real minutely, because a lot of those things that you file you never look at again. And I have to admit she's right, because I've got a filing cabinet full of stuff that I probably haven't looked at for a couple of years. And the 4th category that she has, which I think is very interesting and is kind of unique to Dawn's system, but it is so genius, is a time will tell folder. And what this is something that you don't want to make a decision about right now. You're unsure about what you want to do with it, so you put it in the time will tell folder. That way it has a place. It's not on the kitchen cabinet, on the table, or somewhere like that, but it has a home, and then you can go back and take a look at it when you're ready. Now, the things about the time will tell items is that there's no pressing need to look at them. when you're ready to take action on it, you can. Let's say it's a catalog that you want to take a look at, but you don't want to look at it right now. Let's say it's a magazine that you want to read. I like the idea of having a home for those things that I want to get to, so I can put them in the time will tell basket, and then when I go back to it later, if something in the catalog or the coupon or whatever offer that I wanted to think about has expired, oh well, I can just pitch it. It's not a big deal. It wasn't something that I needed to take action on. I can check it out when I need it, and if I find that I really don't need it like I thought it would, I can pitch it. Now, tip number 5 is to create and use a Sunday basket. And I have heard about the Sunday basket from several YouTube influencers. But what I learned is that it was actually created by Lisa at Organize 365. And the Sunday basket is a basket that serves as a central place to kind of help you organize everything. And Lisa at Organize 365 has a masterclass that walks you through how to create a Sunday basket system in your home. I will link her website in the description box because she has so much information, so much organizational goodness. You will definitely want to check her out. But in a nutshell, the Sunday basket is a central location for everything actionable, all the to-dos in your home. And it's for more than just your mail. When I first heard about the Sunday basket, I thought it was just a way to help organize your mail. But it's actually for more than that. Whereas the mail and your paper, it's probably 90% of what you have in there. You can also include other things in there. For example, let's say you have a library book that you need to return. You can tuck that into your Sunday basket. Maybe there's some ideas you want to work on. You can write those down on index cards and tuck those in your Sunday basket, except right now I'm using my cell phone for that purpose. But the priority, according to Lisa at Organize 365, is that it's a place for you to house your active and some of your archival paper. Now, what does she mean by active paper and archival paper? Well, active paper are those things like your to-do list, ongoing projects, regular maintenance tasks, that kind of thing. And also your ideas, which I thought was quite interesting that you would put ideas in there. Your archival projects are those things that you need to file. You need to keep for long-term purposes, such as a car title, a warranty, things that, like I said earlier, you need, but you don't need right now. So from Lisa's perspective, it's a physical representation of your inbox. And because you've got this Sunday basket with all these things in it that's organized, you can find what you need when you need it. It reduces your stress. So again, what's in that Sunday basket? File folders, dividers, slash pockets, folders, and other goodies to help you organize the paper clutter and some of the other areas in your life. So in many of the representations that I've seen online, it's like a mini file box. And as far as the categories or the tabs that you put in it, you use as many categories as makes sense for you and your family. The important thing is to choose a day that you work with your Sunday basket. Now, why is it called a Sunday basket? Well, when Lisa created the basket, Sunday was that day where she had time to sit down and kind of relax and work on the plans and the bills and the different things like that in her home. Her family didn't need her quite as much. It was a quiet time for everyone in the house. For me, since I follow the Fly Lady cleaning system, Wednesday is my plan day, and so that's probably the day that I would choose to work on the Sunday basket. So maybe mine would be a Wednesday basket, so to speak. But you choose what day works for you. But the caveat is that you have to be consistent. You choose a day and you work on it the same day every week. Not Sunday this week and Wednesday next week, but you create a habit that becomes a routine of working on the action items in your Sunday basket on the same day every week. And that's how you manage your paper clutter. Each of the 5 experts had something a little bit different to offer, but there were some commonalities. These include going digital. Use that smartphone to help you organize and plan. Go paperless. Have those bank statements, those utility bills, and those kinds of things sent to you online as much as possible. Sort and discard immediately. Go through the mail the minute you walk in the door, and don't let those coupons and flyers and all that kind of junk mail take up space in your home. Pitch it immediately and place the rest of your mail in an inbox. Create small, manageable chunks and deal with 1 inch of paper every day. And number 5 is to create a system and then work the system. Be consistent so it becomes a habit. What are you going to do differently to manage the paper problem in your home? What tip are you going to use to help you slay the paper dragon? Tell me in the comment section below. And if you got value out of this video, please hit the like button. For more homemaking and homekeeping inspiration, click here. And don't forget to check out the playlist so that you can see what other advice the other creators have to share with you. In the meantime, this is Denise Jordan saying you are not done yet. Click on the link in the comment section below for more homemaking and homekeeping inspiration, and I will see you next time. And don't forget to visit our sponsor at www.aprondiva.com.